Not exactly super intense today, but here's what it was. 3 rounds, 500 meter row, 100 double unders, 500 meter ski, 20 GHDs, 3 rounds. It's been a long time since I've done GHD sit-ups, so I imagine from the meager 60 I did in that workout, I'll most likely get rhabdo. But I'm using the new jump rope that I got from RX Smart Gear when we did the seminar out here, and it's really good. I haven't had a new jump rope in years. Like I bought one in 2014 at like this grab and go box at the CrossFit Games on the last day when all the vendors are just like selling as much shit as they can because they don't want to take it back to the like pay to ship it back or whatever. So I got it for like $9 or something like that, and I've literally had it for 11 years. And I just got a new jump rope, and I will say it is really nice to have a new jump rope. I'm testing this stream strength, if you will, not on the Peplink. This is literally just on 5G on my phone. And I'm just gonna try to do a couple of these. Like there's been multiple times where I've tried to go like live on my own YouTube channel and just do random crap. I would go live on the Sevan podcast, but I can't do it from my phone because I don't own that account. So we'll do it on mine. And then I saw that I got like 8 subscribers from the last one. I was like, oh, that's cool. Maybe I could get to 1,000. So we'll see. Yeah, CrossFit 5G. So I'm either gonna turn into some sort of magnet or I will have COVID. But anyways, finished up that workout. Decided to go live. I'm gonna take a little walk around the gym so you guys can sort of see what that's like. We get super lucky with this space. Like there's nobody out here on the weekends, and it's still close enough to everything, which you guys will see in a minute, front door, to where like it's far enough away to where you could run. You don't have to worry about traffic. We have plenty of space, but it's also close enough to where you're like right off the freeway and close to like Safeway. There's a Starbucks right up here and like some other stuff, which is pretty cool. I can see the comments this time, not like continuously, but when they pop up, at least I can see them. So hopefully the sound in the stream holds off. I'm walking in the sun, which is not great because it's kind of blinding me. Anyways, I put the law of death denial as the title of this because I read this thing called The Daily Laws. It's like kind of like the Daily Stoic, but it's with Robert Greene's books. It's a combination of all his books: Mastery, 48 Laws of Power, 33 Strategies of War, and the Laws of Human Nature. And like each day, just like the Daily Stoic, it has like a little insert from something he wrote, which talks about one of the laws in the books. Anyways, they got this one with death denial. And I thought it was really interesting because this was something I was thinking about a while back. We're so hidden from consequences of a lot of actions. Like you see these like massive like protests and shit like that, like on TV and like all this other stuff, right? And you never actually see anybody get in trouble from it. Like you never see the repercussions. You just see like the headlines and the actions, and that's it. The other thing, and this talks about it in the book, is how predominant like the death used to be in our lives. Like you would see it all the time. Like the chances of you not seeing some sort of dead human or a human dying in front of you were very, very slim. As opposed to these days, it's pretty much the exact opposite. Like pretty much you never see it unless you go to like a funeral, right? It's all sanitized, it's all hidden. It's hidden in hospitals and funeral parlors. Like you just don't have to really deal with it ever. And I suppose that's a good thing, because that would be terrible to have it be in the forefront of life all the time. But I think there's a really big importance to actually that, and they state in the book, which is like, essentially you get this weird sense of like disconnection from your own mortality. And I think that has a lot to do with, I'm gonna sidetrack real quick because I have ADHD. You guys see, it's so hard to do it. You see that big roll right there? That's actually mats from the cheerleading place across the way. And that's basically what has happened driving. It's so safe, the risk seems non-apparent. Yeah, exactly, CrossFit, yeah, exactly. But somehow those mats, one of them made it in front of my gym, and I threw it in my truck and drove it back over there. They're crazy heavy. And the other one I just realized is over there. Maybe I'll go bring it back to him. I need somebody to help me load it in the truck. Anyways, yeah, you're pretty much void of any like consequence or like the risks. And I think that's terrible because number one, you start to get like caught up in your own shit all the time. Like we start to think like, oh, woe is me. I'm such a victim, I'm so sad, my life sucks. And like, I think if you do have this kind of, not all the time, but some sort of thought of the shortness of life, the brevity of how short life actually is, you'd be a little bit more urgent in not only your actions, but to do things that you want to do in life. But also too, you would probably move from this like petty woe is me mindset a little bit easier, because you're like, man, it's short. Like, why would I want to live in this state? Like, I have this world of potential, especially now in the 2025. Like, look, I just get to go on my phone, stream live, talk to all of you guys on the internet here. And we have the world at our fingertips, but yet more and more this day and age, people seem to be caught up in all these mental health crises. We tend to glorify this victim mentality and kind of this like self-pettiness all the time. And I think that has a lot to do with not having the fact that death is always lurking, like it's always there. And for some of you guys that have experienced that with like a friend or a loved one or something like that, you realize the shortness of life. Like, 1 minute you're there, everything's normal. The next minute something happens and everything in your world is completely changed. And so with that at like the forefront of your mind, at least for me, I tend to think about it in the sense of like, why not go for the thing? Or why worry and stress about so many of these trivial things that we do in life all the time? Because inevitably, you're gonna be dead. Everything around us, all of this, even this new stuff that's not even built yet, will eventually be gone, and it'll be dust, and it'll turn into what it was before, and a whole new set of things will be here. I mean, when you really think about the vastness of time and space, and I know that sounds a little like out there, and like I swear I didn't take mushrooms before this or anything, but like when you think about it in that sense, like the small trivial things in life are so minor, right? Like, especially the bullshit we argue over, like the whole like pettiness and trivial stuff we talk about in the CrossFit gossip, or like even just in life like that in general. And so it was just kind of on the forefront of my mind when I read it this morning, and then was thinking about it after I finished the workout, and hopefully share it to a couple of people that are listening. I'm also gonna see if I can get to 1,000 subscribers, because if I do, then I could turn on AdSense and I'll be super rich. Obviously not, but just a small goal. So anyways, just a short thing that I was thinking about, and hopefully you think about it as well. And maybe it'll help you make some better decisions or not feel so sorry for yourself. See, look, close to civilization, not that far away. Can you believe there's gonna be 400 homes here or something like that? 400 or 300 of them or something crazy. Walking distance from the gym. Hopefully that brings some new members. Anyways, if you watch this, hopefully you think about that too. Thanks for hanging out. That's pretty much all I got. All right.